all this corruption, I mean, it was boiling for the last 2 years. Kenyans were talking about it.
Nasir, this has been boiling for the last over 10 years ago because the Uhuru government went overboard in many, many issues. But that's a different story. Yes. Why I'm saying this is, if I look at that plethora of advisors and all those people, am I to believe that all these people could not see what was happening in the country and advise, and that they did not advise, or if they advised, that the advice was not taken to heart and that nothing could be done? This matter of the finance bill and the budget, there are people who, I'm told, I record, experts in economics. How do you allow the IMF to dictate to you austerity measures which have never worked? When applied, have never worked. That theory has been debunked many, many times. In a recession, you pump in money, not reduce the flow of it. And this is what they're going with.
You know, IMF does not come to your door.
Yeah, you go to them.
They even don't like when you come. Yes, yes. It's when you, I don't want to use the right word, but it's when you destroy your economy. It's when you steal everything. It's when your coffers are empty, like Uhuru did when he left. Yes. It's when it is empty. It's when you are desperate. You can't even buy bread for your people that you go begging. And then they tell you, okay, you are coming to beg today? Yes. What do you want? I want bread and sugar. Okay, go and do this.
On this condition.
But I can tell you there are many conditionalities on governance, corruption that they have put on the table that the government has not implemented. Yes. And I think the next time when they go begging, some of the issues will even be more
stringent.
Yes, yes. I mean that's the way it works. Don't blame. Listen to me. Don't blame IMF. Blame yourself. It's when you destroy your country, like Ghana did, and many other African countries. It's when you steal everything. You know, that IMF comes and says, "Oh, this country. What do we do with this native?" You know. Then that's the time they write the prescription for you. So please, let's not be this, nationalistic that the world.
I am not blaming the IMF. I am merely stating that the prescriptions that they often give us don't actually work. They are more theoretical, and it's like somebody sitting somewhere trying to experiment to see how this thing is going to work. And we ask for it. I understand all that.
Yes.
My issue was, there are all these experts who are supposed to guide, who are supposed to say, excuse me, this path is going to get us here.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I mean, for example, this taxation, we are overtaxed. I mean, as a lawyer, I can tell you that, we pay this, we pay this, what is it called, housing funds, we pay this. Even as lawyers, we feel it, but I have no problem paying tax if it's not stolen.
Absolutely.
Yes. You see, I mean, Kenyans we can even pay this issue.
Yes.
They were raising the finance. Kenyans are willing to tighten their belts.
Yes.
But why should I pay when it's stolen by a cabinet minister who was brought the other day, who had nothing and now is building everywhere or acquiring all kinds? Why should I pay tax? Or the PS, the technocrats are all stealing. Why?
Fundamental question.
That is the governance problem.
Okay, so now as we look at this governance issue, one of the things that may be a reality to people is conjecture, and then people are met with fear that it's possible. From a legal point of view, explain, is it possible that some of the folks who have been vacated of their positions could actually make a comeback in this new cabinet?
No, I don't think they will. First, legally they cannot make I think we have made that point. The president has given very, very well reasoned why he dismissed them. There's governance issues, he said. There's transparency issues. There's accountability. Those are his words, not mine. So if he fires because of transparency and accountability, he can't
bring them back.
He can't bring them back. But the question we ask is, why do they want to come back?
Is it not the thing you who said just now?
Yes, but why do they? Let's take one example. For example, assume Linturi wants to come back. Okay. Why does he want to come back? Why? I'm not saying he wants to come back. Probably he doesn't want to come back.
Let me ask this.
Why would you want to?
If indeed,
isn't there life after cabinet?
There should be.
There should be.
Yes.
If what we see, what has been ignited, takes root, and the accountability factor becomes our reality in this country, would you think that these people would still want their jobs if they knew you are going to be held to account and that there'll be consequences for your action?
Yeah, not necessarily this, but you see, there's a complete change in paradigm now. In that there's, for the first time, these demonstrations by the young generation has brought an element of accountability.
Yes.
And they have forced the government, to eat a humble pie. Eh? They have completely forced it. Eh? And I think that's the way to go. I mean, they were spoiled by these other guys who brought a lot of violence and without an agenda.
Yeah.
But, if we stick to that, and then the next agenda is to go to the judiciary and tell them, we hear there's a lot of corruption here. We want accountability.
They're going to go there.
We want a life audit. Then we come back to the cabinet and say, you guys want to come back? Eh? Can we know, for example, how many cabinet ministers, when they were appointed, moved from South Sea to Karen, for example?
Let's start there.
Or, I mean,